Hey, hey, hey. So, we're back with another video. Um, we're going to be talking about BPD once again, but this one's going to be kind of like of a twist. I'm going to do BPD like in a relationship. First off, let's start by saying if you date somebody that has BPD, you are going to experience a love like you never felt in your life. You're going to be like, is this okay? Does this, am I, are we good? Like in a good way. So when someone who has BPD is in a relationship or like somebody, they basically become our favorite person. And what that means is we put them on this pedestal. They can do no wrong. Um, Typically, I don't believe that, but like we just favor that person. We would do anything for them. We go above and beyond, whether it's like we find out their favorite color, so then when we come across something that is their favorite color, we'll get it for them. Their favorite hobby, we end up like planning dates around what they love and what they like to do. And we also just like to make them feel seen because we want to feel seen. So it's a kind of love that it's just like mind boggling and a whirlwind. And when you go from that to like a regular relationship where it's kind of like, this person doesn't make me feel so special, they do. It's just not like someone who has BPD. Conversations are a lot more tough with someone who has BPD as well, like in a relationship, because there's just so many emotions. You don't know how they're feeling right in that moment. So conflict is kind of tough. You do have to have tough skin and a good backbone to be with someone who has BPD. I think that there's been a few times where I've been in a relationship and I was dead wrong. And I was just acting like I was dead right. So personally, like I've been in situations where I, and this was obviously before I went to therapy and did everything that I needed to do, but I always felt like if I'm wrong, they're not going to love me anymore. And that's not the case. Like the right person should love you whether you're wrong or right. Like the love shouldn't change in those instances or in those situations. So naturally that was just my way of thinking. When I went into therapy and I did a lot of like soul searching, I picked up on that right away. I was like, that is something that I'm very bad at. I'm very bad with conflict. I'm still working on it. I don't do well with conflict. I've just been better with voicing how I feel in the moment. Like sometimes I just need to take a breather and then I'll say like, I don't like this, and it makes me feel as if though you don't care about me anymore, instead of just shutting down and assuming that they just don't love me as much as they did before. I think being self-aware is very important with someone who has BPD and who wants to find love and who wants to be loved and love in return is patience, compassion, and understanding and being self-aware. We have this black and white way of thinking, like I mentioned in the previous video. So if we get into an argument and you hurt my feelings in a way that you didn't even figure that you would hurt my feelings, my brain doesn't know how to take those feelings and say, this person hurt my feelings, but I love them just the same, and I'm just gonna like let them know they hurt my feelings, but they're still gonna be my favorite person. For me, I've gotten better with practicing that. But at first, for me, it was like, okay, they insulted me. They hurt my feelings. They don't love me as much as they used to because they did this. So I don't like them anymore. And I swear, the narcissistic people, the worst person you could come across is a BPD person. I promise you. Because we will humble you so bad. You will think that shit will work, and it's not going to work. Because, baby. So that being said, like, it's Ash's tail in the video for me. Can you get out of mommy's video, please? Yeah, I need you to get out of the video. Pretty please. Pretty please. Go over there. So, you know, it's practicing the fact that people can make mistakes and people can do the things that they do, and you still love them just the same. You accept them just like you would want the same for yourself. And I feel like that's something that needs to be learned. The mood shifts are very severe and frequent. And not a lot of people can deal with that. Like, for them, it's like, oh my God, you were just fine. And it's like, yeah, I was. But now my brain is doing something that I have no control over. I mean, you do have control. You can do breathing exercises, meditate, etc. But in the sense of, like, I was just happy and we were just chilling and having a good time laughing. And then the mood just shifts. And then it's like my heart is yelling at my brain, like, all right, like, there's nothing wrong. Like, chill out. There's no reason for you to be upset. And my brain's like, well, I want to be. And is stubborn and doesn't listen. So it's like I'm at war with myself. It is the most exhausting thing to go through. Exhausting. And people don't get that. Like, when I zone out and when my face changes and my mood and my vibe is different, they're like, you good? Are you okay? And I'm literally fighting a war in here to try to tell my brain, like, we're fine, we're good, nothing has happened. Like, why all of a sudden you feel numb? Why all of a sudden you feel sad, mad, irritated? Like, and it's kind of debilitating because it's like, okay, I can't have fun or do nothing. You know, you're scared to have a good time because you're like, how long is this going to last? You're scared to be happy because you're like, oh my God, like, I'm laughing right now, but what if 5 minutes from now I have a low? Like, it is a terrifying thing. It's like, I never know how I'm going to wake up. But this is why I kind of wanted to bring this up in my channel, because my channel is not going to be all about BPD. BPD is a part of me, but I am not BPD. It is something that I deal with every day, and it is still something that I struggle with, like waking up and not knowing how I'm going to feel or how my brain is going to react. I flourish with stability, and it is the most unstabilizing thing to wake up and think, okay, how are we feeling? You know? But there's just so many things you can do. You can meditate, you can voice it to others, and others that do care about you are gonna understand, and they're gonna get, okay, she's okay. She's just feeling these strong feelings and she just needs some time, and then it'll snap back. Sometimes it doesn't. I think the longest time period where I felt like a low and like a mood shift was like an hour and a half. Like, I just felt like, and it was the worst feeling. And I was out and about. And then the guilt afterwards is worse because it's like, okay, what do these people think about me that I'm hanging out with now that I like zoned out and my mood shifted? Do they think I'm being fake? Do they not want to hang out with me again because this happened during this outing? Like, there's just so many things, and it's all of it as a package is just exhausting. And that's why I'm saying, when you date someone who has BPD, there's great things about it. We're very romantic. We're very loving, caring. We pour into people. We go above and beyond for the people that we care about. But that is the downfall, the bad part of it all. is that you do have to have tough skin if you're going to date someone or be in someone's life that has BPD, because you have to be understanding that it has nothing to do with you, but it has everything to do with their brain and how they feel. Dating someone when you have BPD, you look for so much more than just average dating. Like for me, is who are you going to be when I can't get out of bed? Who are you going to be towards me when I'm having a low and I'm thinking very low of myself? Who are you going to be when I need a support system and I need someone who's passionate and kind and comforting? Like, who are you going to be when I'm problem solving and I'm overwhelmed and I can't figure it out and I'm frustrated and I'm snappy and irritated? Are you going to be snappy and irritated back at me? Or are you going to understand that it's the way that I'm feeling at that moment, and I will apologize and I will sit with what I've done or said or whatever the case may be? Now, I'm not saying that that is okay. No. But what I'm saying is sometimes, when we are irritable, we do snap at our partners in general. So imagine someone with BPD, it's just the same, maybe worse. Not disrespecting your partner. I'm not talking about you're sitting here and being like, oh, you fucking asshole. Like, sometimes you get irritable and you're like, oh my God. But that you can apologize for, and that you can prep for, and that you can do better. I think giving people warnings for things has really helped me in my friendships and relationships. Like, hey, I'm not feeling so good mentally, so I'm going to need some time. Or being like, I don't know what I need right now, but when I do, I will let you know. And taking the time. There's so many things that you can do and say. And I think it's very important to understand that when you have BPD. There has been times where I've had an anxiety attack or I've been really depressed. And I've dated people that weren't very understanding of that. And they were very much like, how long is this going to last for? Like, I'm over it. We got stuff we got to do. This, that, and the third. Like, that is the type of energy that you don't need when you do have a mental health disorder like borderline personality disorder. At the end of the day, I feel like when you are dating, there's a lot of conversations you should have. You should sit down, let them know. I love personally sending them research videos that explain a lot, research videos that are accurate.
June isn't here right now. Tender arms, 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 tender arms. Did you see the chief? Jay!
Like, ain't no way. Like, they paint us to be like insane. We get so much slander. And there's so much misinformation about BPD that it literally drives me absolutely bonkers. Again, I'm more of a quiet BPD person, so I kind of like suffer internally, and I'm high functioning, so it's not so bad for me. Others don't have the same, and I feel for them. I think just because you have borderline personality disorder does not mean that you don't deserve love. It does not mean that people should treat you like shit. It does not mean that you cannot find a way to be in love or to be happy. Like, it just means that you have to maneuver things differently when it comes to relationships and friendships. But you're a great person. You're creative. You're intelligent. You're funny. We're very charismatic, very inviting, and we're like cool people to be around. It's just when our moods shift, people don't want to be around. And that's the problem, because we do have abandonment issues. So as soon as we feel that, I will not talk to you. Nah. I used to be like that. Now I just say it, and if they confirm it for me, then I'd be like, okay, clearly they're just not the person that I need around me. Friendships and relationships. With BPD, we're very observant, and the littlest thing can just throw us off. And I feel like that's why people don't like to date us, and that's why people don't like to be friends with us, because it just feels kind of like you're tiptoeing all the time if there's no communication there. So like if I'm talking to you and you look at your watch while I'm talking to you, to me that gives me, I'm wasting your time. You have somewhere else to be and you don't want me to talk to you, and you kind of want me to stop, and I'll stop talking and I'll say never mind. Like, I don't even want to talk about it anymore. That is someone that has BPD. The difference in their tone of voice we pick up very easily. So we might not even know about your day. You might have the shittiest day on planet Earth. I'm talking about like you got caught in the rain, you got a flat tire, you got fired. And you call me and you're like, hey, what are you doing? When you typically call me and you're like, hey, babe, what's up? I'm going to hear that, and I'm going to automatically be in fix mode. Oh my God, did I do something? Did I offend her? Did I make her feel some kind of way? Like, I need to fix this. How can I fix this? Let me fix it. Like, and it's like, I just had a bad day. I got fired. I got a flat tire. And I forgot the third thing that I already freaking said. It's been a long day. But all of those things happen, and they just genuinely had a bad day. That doesn't mean because their tone of voice changes with you that they're mad at you. I also think because I'm an only child, I have like only child syndrome. So whenever there was a problem, like in the household or something happened, like the only person that was to blame was me. The only person that had to fix the shit was me. So like when I hear a difference in tone or someone upset, I automatically think it's me. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, do you not want to talk to me right now? Like, do you need some space? And it's like, no, bro, like I just had a bad day. Like chill, you know? And then that gets frustrating because it's like, oh, it's like now we're bumping heads and stuff, because it's like you're upset because I think you're upset with me, but you're upset because you just had a bad day. You want to be comforted, but I'm making it worse because I'm over here thinking it's about me. Do you see? All of that could have been avoided if when they called and they said, hey, babe. And I said, are you okay? Your voice sounds different. Well, you know, I got into a car accident. I got a flat tire. I got fired. And then it's like, okay. You know, it's all about prepping for the mind that you have. For example, I love me down bad. I love me a person that tells me, hey, I'm going to text you later. Later comes and they text me and they say, hey, something came up. I'm going to handle this. And as soon as I'm done handling it, I will reach back out. Ooh, that shit right there. I love a communicative, updating person. I love that shit. Or I call and they don't answer, and then they text me and be like, hey, I'm on the phone with my mom. I'll give you a call right back. Ah! Because if you don't say that, I'm automatically going to be like, okay, they don't want to talk to me. And that is just how our brain does not process signals and shit correctly. It just don't. Like, we have to force it to. And people don't understand that. Like, a lot of people's brains, when it comes to like acting on emotion, is like yellow and reds, and blue. Ours is just blue. Just blue. Very cold. It was like a documentary or like an interview, and she was saying that our brains are very cold compared to people who know how to control their emotions. Their brains have a lot of reds and oranges, while ours is like blues and greens. It's very cold. Like, it's non-existent because we don't know how to not react on emotion or how to suppress a certain emotion the way other people do. Like, it's just not, it just doesn't work for us. So we have to work a little harder. We have to work a little harder than everybody else. But I don't care because, like I said, you have to find the good in everything. And I feel like me having BPD, I can connect with other girls that have BPD and build a strong friendship, a strong union. I also feel like because I have BPD, there's a lot of talents that I have, that I have to be thankful for the disorder for. My creativity, and also the way I love people. I love people hard, and not a lot of people know how to do that, and not a lot of people know what that looks like. But I do. I do. So I feel like if you are dating someone that has BPD, you have to be kind. We're already like fighting a war with ourselves and yelling at ourselves internally and just punishing ourselves consistently for little things that you have no idea. Like, ugh, I shouldn't have said that. Ugh, that made me sound so dumb. Like, she probably could do better because who wants to deal with this brain issue? You know? So, like, just be kind. Honestly. I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm not a therapist. I'm just telling you the situations and things that I've encountered and my experience. Um, if it wasn't for Dr. Linda, and again, if it wasn't for my mom, like, I wouldn't know these coping mechanisms or how to communicate with people that I just need some time and that I'm upset or that I feel abandoned or that I feel ignored. Because it's okay to voice those things. It's just how you do it, and don't let it fester and like build up. Just sitting and having that honest conversation with the person you care about or people you care about, and I feel like it'll just be just fine. um, Dating is possible. I've seen it happen. You just have to choose people that have substance and have compassion and have patience and love to pour into you as you would pour into them. And I feel like if you have all of those things, then you can find the perfect person for you. Truly. And anybody who doesn't support you or do all of the things that I just listed, then they're just not meant to be yours. There's someone for everyone, and you're not too much. You are just enough. Matter of fact, even more. And you love deeply, and you deserve someone who loves you just as deep. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I'm about to make some dinner and watch some TV. But if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, or want to leave any hidden gems in the comments that you do want me to touch base on or talk about, feel free to do so. And also, all this time that I've been yapping, please hit the subscribe button and the notification button. Please. I love you guys so, 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 so much. And I will see you on next week's podcast. And I promise it's not going to be all about BPD. We got some other stuff we going to chat about. It's going to be girl talk. I'm going to be pouring wine. We going to be going back and forth. But I just did want to touch base on these things because I've been going through an episode for a couple days now. So I just wanted to speak on BPD and how tough it can be and how amazing it can be as well. But you guys stay well, stay blessed, and remember that you are worth every ounce of effort that you crave.